Summer Luvin. "Where were you last night till 3 a.m.?" asked Jetson on the back deck of his shack on the water in P-Town. "Everything here closes at 1, so I take it you got yourself into some trouble?" "Oh, this mystery man from Memphis," I said. "I met him at that underwear party at Purgatory, but he wouldn't let me go all the way with him for some reason, although I kept trying once we got down under the dick dock." "You skank!" cried Jetson in mock alarm. "You need to be careful under there, by the way. Those cops have been busting people right and left." "Oh, it wasn't under the dick dock," I said. "I just like saying that because I've always wanted to legitimate the legend, so to speak. Merely for cultural reasons, you understand." "Yeah, right," Jetson said. "You and every other fag who wants a blowjob on his way home from the bars." It was true. The back deck of the Boat Slip Hotel was well known for its frisky business that ensues on the beach below, like P-Town's own horseshoe crabs scuttling around in the sand at night. "The truth is," I continued, "we were on a secluded section of beach, making out for what seemed like hours under a boardwalk. It was a Danny meets Sandy Summer Luvin moment, to be sure." "Were you naked?" Jetson asked, wondering if I'd jeopardized his townie status with my tawdriness. Like most seasonal workers, Jetson would be returning to Boston in September. "No nudity," I said, "but that's what I think is exciting about it." I think he was holding back because his boyfriend was asleep in their hotel room a block away. Although he didn't say so, I could tell he was struggling with his conscience. "You homo-wrecker," Jetson said. "Not even. They've been in a relationship for like 15 years and have an open relationship." "Sounds fishy," said Jetson. "If it was so open, why the holdback?" "I know, that's what I wanted to know," I said, but his tongue was held tight as if clawed by a lobster. "Regardless, if I never see him again, I'll have had a little piece of Summer Luvin to remember him by." There's something special about leaving unfinished business, don't you think? It retains a little bit of mystery, you know, kind of like a fantasy to hold on to rather than a cum-stained blue dress. Jetson got all huffy at this point and said, "I always feel used if I'm having an affair with a married man. If I can't have it all, I don't want any of it." "Well, that's too bad for you," I said, Jetson, "because you're letting your expectations keep you from adventure and possible romance. Married men in open relationships don't always stay that way. Besides, romantic one-night affair could be a turning point in someone's life. Anyway, after that long together, couples need a little sexual pick-me-up now and then. Who knows, maybe I was the breadcrumbs for their leftover meatloaf." I thought about my mysterious man all morning. True, he'd sent me home with a hard-on, but he'd also mentioned a few things he'd like to do with me in the sand by the gay beach during the day if he could steal away. Anticipation always makes someone seem so much more alluring, doesn't it? So I texted him to see if he wanted to drop by for a bite before diving off of Jetson's deck into the cool Cape Cod waters of Provincetown Harbor. When I emerged, drip-drying my way up the weather-beaten wooden stairs, he was there. I smiled, wanting to say something funny about espionage and intrigue, but it would have ruined the mood. So I stuck my tongue in his mouth instead. What followed was hours of delicious lovemaking. Our clothes were peeled away over an eternity, and every touch was like a plush toy being slowly rubbed up my inner thigh, threateningly ticklish, however delightful. Instead of looking over our shoulders at every noise as a possible police arrest in our race to a finish line, we took every second as a savoring moment, like a decadence not on one's diet. When we were done and lay sweaty in the afternoon sunlight streaming through Jetson's old pane windows of his shack, I was glad we hadn't done it in the cold mist and damp sand the night before. That would have been the end to it, our business taken care of, so to speak, easily forgotten or blamed on by alcohol in the morning. "This is what summer romance should feel like," I said. "The uncertainty, the mystery, the longing, the fleeting feeling that these few stolen moments together might be our last." "You sound like a romance novelist," he said, laughing before diving in for some more kissing. "If only you knew," I said, and was swept away into his Cape Cod Bay. My P-Town fling got me thinking. No matter how our story ended, be it a bit of bliss in the chill night mist or episode 2 in a shack by a slough, I could find value in it all. But this is new for me, as I too used to poo-poo a one-time screw. Was it because I was in a resort town surrounded by horny fagationers? Or was it like I was really over my need for, as Jetson calls it, wanting it all? So Dating Bradford wants to know, when facing a chance meeting that might be quite fleeting, what gives you the rub about a bit of summer love?